And there we go. I have already been standing here at the spot for about 20 minutes and have pulled out quite a few fish already. Like, for example, this one here. So, European ones in really good sizes, and all that just on the dung beetle. So, let's cast out again right away. Yeah, and on the last day, so during the whole day, I kept testing and trying and testing again at which depths, so at which temperatures and times of the day the fish stay where, because here at the Belaya River it works just perfectly with float fishing. And with float fishing, we always have to adjust again and again at which depth the bait should be presented right now. Yeah, and that is exactly the most important thing in float fishing. Not only at the Belaya River, but always and everywhere when we go float fishing. I started here first with a depth of 30 centimeters. That actually worked quite well at the beginning already. On the previous day, it was mostly sunny weather, although overall it was rather cool. And now again, I start here with 30 centimeters depth. We'll take a closer look at the setup in a moment. How does it look and how can you copy it? There's also already a beginner setup guide on the channel showing how to start here at the Belaya. So from level 12, you can start here perfectly well with float fishing at the Belaya. And even with this simple starter setup, Graylings and Brown Trout trophies have already been caught. So, you don't need any expensive or fantastic setup or even a double bait to catch something here at all. I've been fishing here the whole time, only with this one bait, just with the dung beetle, and it's been working the whole time. What we of course always have to do is to keep adjusting the depth. So always testing again at which depths the fish are right now, and of course also at which distance the fish are at the moment. That means I keep varying all the time, sometimes more close in, sometimes casting out a little further. And then of course, regularly adjusting the depths, changing them again and again. I always keep an eye on the temperature, and when it has become 1 or 2 degrees warmer, I change the depth again, going for example a little deeper. If it gets cooler at night, then you have to test a bit. Some fish move closer to the bottom at night. Some fish, because it's cold, stay rather at the surface. So you have to keep varying and keep testing a little more. What you can definitely say is that in the early morning hours, when it's really nice and cool and the day has just begun, it actually works quite well right at the water surface. Now during the last 2 days, I started each time with 30 centimeters depth, and that works really well. 30 centimeters, and then, as I said, during the course of the day, it goes lower. Now we have about 12 degrees, so I'll go down soon, maybe around 50 centimeters up to about 1 meter depth. And there we go again. Yeah, very nice, and there we already have the next big one. Yeah, so it seems to be working really well, and that, as I said, with such a simple setup, just one bait, just the dung beetle. Let's sort by weight for a moment. Even the taimen went for it. A really strong fighting fish, so it's looking really good right now. And the setup looks so simple down here. So I only have a 9 kilogram fluorocarbon leader, a size 1 hook, and the dung beetle. The setup I'm using here now is of course a high quality setup, but you can also catch brown trout and grayling really well with very simple setups. In the last few weeks there were already 2 videos, one about how to start here from level 12 showing the starter setup, and another about what follow-up setup you can buy afterwards, one that maybe has a little more strength. And the most important thing, of course, is that you can make really good silver with this. I'll just sort it by price real quick, and you can see it here clearly. The grayling is mainly present at this spot right now. So, in the area where I was standing, mainly grayling. And in terms of price, they're actually quite good. And for the time now, about 1 hour at this spot, that already looks pretty solid. About 270 silver, and the coffee orders are also coming in regularly. And now, of course, that means that you can also test other spots and areas and try out more of them. So don't just stay here at the base. You can add some variation, whether you stand here or in the middle, or further down here. Especially in this area, you regularly get quite a few grayling, and that means, of course, testing the entire area, starting from up here. It's always worth it to start here and let it drift down all the way to the other end of the island. Although you have to be a bit careful there, because if you're standing here with a light setup and the current flows upwards here, we can't go any further in that direction. That means we could easily lose a fish there. So, if you still have a smaller setup, then it's better to fish from the middle up to here in this area. That's definitely the safer way. Yeah, we now already have over 12 degrees, so I'll go a bit deeper again, maybe around 50 centimeters depth. Cast out loosely again. I'll do that with all 3 rods now. The next one will set to 60, and then the one after that to maybe 70 centimeters. And that's how I always test the different depths, and the one that works best, that's the one I'll adjust the others to. So that one then goes to the other rods as well. But here it's actually biting. Oh, roach, it's biting on both, and that's on the dung beetle. Now we even have a chub, 60 centimeters and 50 centimeters just delivered here, and we go on. Yeah, almost a trophy roach. Well, that happens from time to time. The nice thing is, it's just the dung beetle on all rods, all the same. Size 1 hook, dung beetle, very simple. But as I said, the depth is the key, because you'll notice very quickly that from a certain temperature, those 30 centimeters no longer work. And then you have to change something. Then maybe go a bit deeper so you can find more fish again. Even with 1 meter depth, you can still have good success. And what you also have to change after testing all depths is, of course, the bait. That means you try out all kinds of insects, starting from fly types to may beetle, grasshopper, or cricket. So always keep testing all these insects, because those are the most important baits here for float fishing at the Belaya River. And once you've gone through these baits, you'll also make really good silver here, even as I said, with a very simple setup already here at the Belaya. And there we have the next one. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, let's keep going. So fill the net completely, try around and test here. That's just so much fun. And above all, it's really worth it here. Float fishing at the Belaya River has become much stronger in recent months. So you can make really solid silver here, even from low level. So from level 12 accounts all the way into mid-level, it's still worth it for a long time. And later, you just continue at the Yama River. That's quite a similar kind of fishing as here. So let's sell. I'll keep going, tight lines. If it helped you, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.